Breaking right now at noon, numerous reports say quarterback Cam Newton is making his return to the Carolina Panthers. In fact, QB1 is in Charlotte right now as we speak. Let's bring in Fox Sports radio beat writer Sheena quick. Sheena, thanks so much for hopping on here with us because Charlotte is buzzing right now. Everyone's excited, and it sounds like the Panthers want to play Cam Newton this Sunday. What are you hearing?
They want him to play as soon as possible. How practical that is, I'm not sure. But if they had it their way, he would suit up on Sunday. But of course, the deal has to be made, and it's already Thursday. So even if things pan out, I don't think we see QB1 until next Sunday. I could be wrong, but I do know that they, if they had it their way, if everything was perfect, they would want him on Sunday.
So, Sheena, I know that you have kind of the inside scoop here. What are you hearing about the deal that's in the works right now?
The deal that I last heard about was just about maybe 30 minutes to an hour ago. This morning is the Panthers want a 2-year deal. Cam Newton wants a multi-year deal. Right now, just as we speak at the midway point of this season, the deal on the table for this season is $5 million with 2.5 guaranteed. I'm not sure what the incentives and things are that are usually a part of NFL contracts, but that was the last that I heard. I don't know that that's going to end up being the final number, but that was the start of negotiations.
Okay, so they're in talks right now, trying to work out a deal. Speaking of Cam actually getting on the field, you say they might want him for this Sunday, but also, maybe won't happen until next Sunday. But he hasn't played for Matt Rule yet. So what would that be like potentially for Cam to get used to essentially kind of a newer team?
Well, you got to think about it. He was just with the Patriots last season. In college, he played for UF and also for Auburn. You don't get to be a 2015, and you don't get to be an NFL MVP at any point if you're not able to adapt. So I think that's kind of the least of his concerns. And honestly, Matt Rule, I think, in my opinion, would be really excited to coach him. He said as much prior to his first season in Carolina at the Combine in Indianapolis in February of 2020. He was looking forward to coaching Cam Newton. He was excited about it. And of course, we all know that a little time later, the team ended up moving on into a different direction. But I think that's the least of the concerns as far as his adaptability to the coaching staff.
Well, we know that Cam Newton is vaccinated. So in terms of NFL COVID protocols, he's essentially ready to go on that front. What do you think this says, though, for PJ Walker in the future for him at the Carolina Panthers?
I think it says that the team is just not comfortable putting the ball in his hand just yet. Whether they feel like they can continue to develop him as a capable backup remains to be seen, but they're not comfortable. Even without the Cam Newton news, they went out and they signed Matt Barkley. So for quarterback depth in that room with Sam Darnold's injury. So I think for PJ Walker, it doesn't mean that he's done or that the team is done with him. It just means that right now, at this moment in time, I don't feel like they have the confidence that he can run that offense efficiently.
All right, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. As usual, the quarterback woes continue, but possibly Superman himself returning to the Carolinas. I know a lot of people would be really excited about that. Fox Sports radio beat writer Sheena Quick, thank you so much for hopping on here with us and giving us the scoop.
Of course.
All right, and Fox 46 is going to have full, complete coverage of Cam's return throughout the afternoon. Right now, Fox 46 has crews outside the stadium waiting on word from the Panthers. We will have live team coverage starting today on Fox 46 News at 4, but